Our next guy is kind of obvious. He has to be on the list. It is Drizzy Drake, the hit maker. Probably the best and longest run in hip-hop history. But I must say, I'm conflicted with putting my guy Drake on this list.
Say what?
Because Drake is half R&B, half rap. And I don't know, it's not entirely hip-hop. But he has to be on the list because he does rap. And he's been doing this since he came out in 2009. 2010 with that album. But then he had his mixtape in 09. So he's been around a very long time and he has never fallen off. Not many rappers have even been able to compete with him at all. And he's still, even to this day, the #1 rapper. I don't think anyone could dispute that. Even though there's disputes to that he even writes his stuff.
And the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
But you can't compete with that run, you can't compete with the hits, can't compete with the different styles he's able to possess. I wouldn't say he's the most lyrical, but you just can't front on his hit making ability. You know, they call him the young Michael Jackson or today's Michael Jackson, but you can't touch Mike. But you know, Drake 100% on the list. Probably one of the best runs in music history, let alone hip hop. But yeah, that's Drizzy Drake. Boom. We got our last person here. Shall I leave you in suspense? Because if he did stay to the end of the pod, well done, salute, respect. Because this guy needs respect. Because he's unexpected. It's Mr. Fat Joe. Let's give an applause. You might be shocked. The reason why I put Fat Joe in this is because Fat Joe came out in like 1993. That's like 12,000 BC.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. And he didn't really start popping until he had his renaissance in the late 90s. He obviously had Big Pun that made him popular, but then Fat Joe as an artist got very popular in 2000 when he did the song with Ashanti and Ja Rule, What's Love. Obviously it's a big song, bit of a classic. But he also had the song with R. Kelly, We Thuggin', and then he did his Terror Squad, that's his group's album, in 05 with Lean Back. And even ever since then, he's always come out with maybe not the biggest selling album, but always like one of the biggest songs of that time, whether it's that summer or that winter, whatever. He always comes out with a big song. So for somebody from that era, from the early 90s, and he was never really the most popular rapper ever, even in the beginning, for him to be lasting 25, 30 years in rap is very impressive. I mean, if you're a big artist and you fade out but you're still around, that's much more common. But to do it as a rapper that was never really in the top 10 or 20 at his era is very impressive. So Fat Joe comes in at #1.